This is a theme song.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Don't expect anything. Oh boy. Well, I gotta be honest, it's a new year. I had a big party.
We had a big
I'm
party.
feeling pretty tired. Alright, let's be honest. It's December still. This is a new year for you. This is our New Year's first episode of 2019.
Pull back the curtain.
Look, we are nothing but dedicated to our fans, I guess. But
Yeah, that's...
Happy New Year to everyone.
Jesus.
Sorry that was loud. Happy New Year to everyone. We
It's too
are
quiet.
Happy New Year.
You
To
don't, have to,
everyone.
you don't have to not in the middle of the
Just
sentence,
right.
bud.
I hope you had a good time. Ours is still in the future. But 3 weeks ago for you, or whatever, we pulled out a topic. Maybe it was 2 weeks, whatever. It was, which is better, the journey to the destination. We're going to answer that today. And by we, I mean my two fellow Talkie Boys. Back again for a brand new year. And still to my left.
Jesus.
When I introduce you, tell me something fun about yourself. Who JVs? How are you, man?
Wait, so do I answer how I am or do I say the fun thing first?
Both.
I'm in a fun mood.
Good.
Ooh, that's a good
Oh,
one.
that's for both?
Yeah.
No, I like
Because
that.
the thing about myself right now is that I am fun. That's what's fun about me.
Nice.
And that's also how I am.
That's very interesting.
Two birds, one stone, baby.
And back again, 2019, to my right. Josh.
Such a big year.
It is a big year.
Did you do all your
Will you be away during this time?
New Year's resolutions?
No, I never make New Year's resolutions.
That's a good resolution.
To make one?
Yeah.
So this year, my resolution for the next year will be to make one.
No, not to.
To not, I've never made a New Year's resolution.
Well, you've done it. Good job.
Well, I know, I feel very accomplished. Each year I smugly sit back, fat, not healthy, lazy. And
You're
I
a
go,
role model for the
yeah,
generation.
exactly. They look up to me. How are you, mate?
I'm good. something fun.
Oh yeah, say what's something fun.
Fuck
mate?
fun. I hate fun.
Oh my
2019,
God.
the year of Josh hating fun.
fun.
The tables, Hugh, you're free to
Fun's for nerds.
frolic through a
Oh,
dandelion
I can
field.
finally go out and have fun.
Yeah.
Oh, never did that.
It's been real sad that you've been cooped up for the past year. Just
Like
in
a
bed.
chicken.
Exactly. Since it is the new year, new us, new podcast. No, same podcast. Maybe a new art. No, it'll be the same art.
We haven't changed at all.
It's not even season 3. We're still in season 2.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. But because it's a new year, people have just. It's January 2nd. People still may be recovering from 2 nights before.
The
But
Time's an
festivities, the
illusion.
Bacchanalian revelry.
do you guys have any New Year's Eve stories that are relevant and should be allowed to be told on the podcast? Do you have any stories?
Yeah, it's not my story. I don't know if I've told this or not.
We'll see. if we
You
can
remind me.
Oh, you mean of past ones?
Yeah,
I was trying
past
to make
ones.
one up because we haven't had it yet.
No.
Oh, you
Past...
can do that too, but we've
Wait,
already
Tom.
told them.
Yeah, sorry. what
That's
do you-
about some people I know who went to Germany
Oh, yeah.
for their university for
Okay.
engineering. They went to Jeremy. Jeremy. You were unaware.
One day I woke up and I was walking funny and I never realized why.
There was 2 guys inside of you.
Jesus, there were 2 guys.
In Germany, and they spent New Year's there,
Okay,
and they got separated
sure.
during New Year's.
Okay,
I've been told from one side of the story, just one of the boys
sure.
spent the entire New Year's looking for the other one
Oh, in the foreign city.
in the foreign city
I think you have told
of
this
Germany.
story.
On the potty?
I think so.
Oh, fuck. Well,
Yeah, dude.
for those who didn't listen to the first episode,
Yeah,
you're getting it again.
New year, new listeners.
Yeah.
Was it in
I'll speed it up. So
Thank
he spends.
God.
Yeah, he walks everywhere. He gets lost and tries to ask people if they've ever seen him.
Sure.
Spends the entire New Year's while people are celebrating, just worrying about his friend and looking around.
Yeah.
Finally ends up in sleeping in a McDonald's, I think.
Oh,
He had this he just crashed at a McDonald's.
like a 24-hour
Yeah.
German McDonald's.
And then so the friend story is he was walking around, got tired, and he fell asleep in a hotel lobby. Some people came along and saw him sleeping in the lobby, and they're like, "Oh, don't sleep there. Come up to ours
Uh-oh.
and rest there." And they had a party there, and he had a time of his life.
Oh, nice! That story took a great turn.
Yeah.
Sucks
While
to be
the other guy
guy.
was sleeping in McDonald's worrying about
Having nightmares. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Hugh, do you have any...
No. Next.
I think
I don't have any good news stories.
New Year's, I feel like, is kind of a letdown of a night.
Yeah.
It always is a letdown. I
it's
got
just
dumped
a
once on New
day.
Year's, or like
Whoa,
I realized.
hold on.
Whoa,
I re-
that's a story.
I realized my
Tell
relationship was over on New Year's.
Oh
So
shit!
Celebration.
New Year, less relationship.
New Year, sad me.
Wait, how did that? Did you break up on that day, or was it like a?
There had been some.
Is this rain gonna be real loud?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not real loud, but they're gonna hear it.
I mean,
It's like a nice
It's gonna
story
thunder
time.
as well.
I feel like
I'll be right back.
He's gonna go stop the rain. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
Turn that rain off.
I bet he left. I bet he left his window open.
I left mine open.
Oh, and they're gone. All right. Well, it's just me. Hi guys, it's 2019 for you, and well, I just want to take a time when my two idiots not here to say thanks for listening. Nothing. Do you want to come in close and thank the audience for listening?
Windows Squad's back.
Thank you, audience. I really appreciate it.
So do I.
So I was really drunk, right?
Sure.
And
Okay.
There'd been okay. Let's
What were
see,
you drinking?
October.
How old were you? What year was it?
Whoa, too many questions. One at a time.
The end of year 11, so I was 17.
2012. It was coming 2013.
No, 11
Yeah,
BC.
I was 17.
Oh, no, we graduated in 2013, so
Yeah.
so it was becoming 2013.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and so
And you were 17.
yeah, it would have been 16, 17. Well, like when it started. I
16
think-
going on 17?
Yeah.
Baby,
It's
it's up
time
to
to- yeah.
me. I don't know the song.
I
I only know a pacifier, to be honest.
The Vin Diesel classic.
Yeah, it's my favourite shirt.
We were drinking at Keegan's. Mama wasn't drinking at Keegan's because I was underage. So,
Statute of
she doesn't
limitations
know.
is fine.
Oh,
I don't know.
oh, but we were doing heroin. No.
Yeah.
And then my girlfriend was at a different party, but like there'd been some very weird vibes going on between me and her, and like she'd said she wanted to take a break, and then we got back together again, but then things were still like
How
weird.
long had you been there?
About a year.
Okay. Oh, this is a serious relationship. High school.
Well, yeah,
Per
so
se,
I
but
was,
still,
I was
you know.
16. It wasn't serious.
Yeah, but when you're
Like,
16,
Obviously, I was like in love
everything
with
is
her.
serious.
'Cause,
Yeah,
yeah.
Come on.
What? They don't want to pick it up.
Can't take that seriously.
Yeah, sure.
And so yeah, I was really drunk. Rode my bike from like a few suburbs over, and then went to see her because I was like, oh, New Year's Eve, New Year's kiss, whatever. Like,
Yes,
go and see her. Got to the party, and it was just like clear that she wasn't excited to see me, and like didn't really want me to be there. And then the New Year's kiss was just like a peck, and it was like
Oof.
real awkward. And then I actually don't remember the rest of the night. I think I ended up back at my friend's house. I don't know how I got there. I'm pretty sure I just rode the bike again.
I'm
but-
assuming you got even drunker.
yeah,
Yes.
it's like I think so. But yeah, it was like real bad. Woke up the next day and was just like real sad, and then was sad for like 6 months, and then
What an
Or, like,
awful
maybe a
start to
little
the year.
longer, yeah.
I remember that. This was just the time we were becoming friends.
yeah,
Where was I at this party? Was this a...
it was it. I won't say his name, but you didn't know
believe
the
it.
person at
Oh,
all.
I didn't know the person. Okay.
Nah, you wouldn't.
Oh,
Have
I
ever
wonder
talked
what I
to
was
him.
doing that year.
I don't know.
Heroin?
Probably heroin. We might have been in the
You
same
might have
jam.
been. You might have been at because it was at Keegan's that we started. You might have been
That's
at
where I
Keegan's,
was.
and then I would have left.
Yeah. No, I was there. Yeah. Wow.
So did I come back later that night?
I don't remember that.
Okay, well,
No, I don't think you did.
I probably went home.
Was that was the night Robert Smith played Flip Cup, but with straight bourbon?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, dude. And then, so our friend New Zealander
Yeah.
Robert Smith,
All round legend.
fucking son
Ambassador
of
for New Zealand here on the
a
podcast.
gun. Exactly. The sheep shearers.
We have
was-
more sheep.
Yeah.
We do?
Yeah, Australia has way more.
Yeah, but
sheep.
we fuck less.
That's true. That's true.
He was, playing Flip Cup, but he did straight bourbon instead of like cider or beer. And I just remember walking outside in the party, and it was starting to dwindle, but there was an undercover area where everyone's talking, and then you just pan across, and he's sitting by himself in the middle of the yard, just on a chair that he had brought out, hands in his knees, just sitting there by himself, not saying a thing because he was just trying to keep.
That's a
everything
real
down.
bourbon drinker.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
bourbon drinkers do, right?
Yeah.
That's the best
Yeah.
end result of
Contemplate.
a bourbon drinker is like drink too much and you just contemplate what you're doing with your life. That looked rough. I can't remember most New Year's Eves. I remember one. I remember one in high school where I had a midnight kiss with my crush because I was the only option available.
Don't say that about yourself.
That's what happened. She
Was it literally just you two in a room?
No, we're on Williamstown Esplanade.
You weren't the only option, baby.
Williamstown Esplanade, and she was trying to find a guy to kiss.
Yeah, there's tons of families.
And then, yeah, any boy would do. But yeah, and then she was trying to find one for the rest of the night, and then she hadn't found one, and then the news came, so I kissed her. What a victory for Jeremy.
Oh, like you're a good choice. Let's talk him up. You got those DSLs.
I do have.
I don't think it works if
Dick
you turn to me and
sucking
say, "Let's talk him up."
Yeah, it's not going to go well. For
You
me.
do have those dick sucking lips, though.
I had a great news. I
They
think
pucker.
my first New Year's Eve with Liv was actually fucking incredible.
Yeah.
But that's between us two.
Gross.
Oh,
Not like that.
yeah,
but
anal or something? Or?
No, not like that. It was just nice
100%
romantic.
anal.
But like, no, we didn't have anal. We didn't know. I'm gonna put
To
that.
ring in the new year with her ring, am I right?
No, she's gonna hear
It
this.
says it's her ring.
Stop! I'm gonna get so much trouble. We did not do that.
A
That
bit of
didn't
pegging.
happen. No, wait. She did peg me. She did.
Peggy,
that.
18.
I did it. Yeah. So I guess she did it.
Yeah.
I just took it.
Yeah, like a
No,
man.
but I think that was nice. But it was just us two, and we didn't put any expectations on it. Which like let's just hang out.
Yes, that's the problem, right? Because
Exactly.
it's just a night.
Yes.
You can have New Year's any day you want.
Yeah.
Like you can just choose.
Yeah.
There's
But
nothing significant.
I think
it's just numbers we make up.
Well, it is this. Well, yeah. So we can stay sane and know what time.
Fuck
and
it! It's New Year's now.
But oh yeah, dude!
Watch fireworks. Fireworks stories. Have you nearly died?
No, I haven't really fucked with fireworks.
We had a New Year's.
I've never set off a firework.
That's something we should do. That'd be. That
I was
sounds fun.
talking about this. We probably shouldn't take fireworks in the summer to a forest.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You can't do that.
We are planning. Yeah,
They
to
do
go-
have what I believe they call total fire bans.
Yeah, that's a thing. That sounds like something.
Yeah, that's
Sorry, yeah, fireworks.
Yeah, we set off fireworks at New Year's, and they got knocked over,
Uh-oh.
and
As they were lit.
yeah,
Uh-oh.
and we ran while fireworks flew past our heads. It was so scary.
Yeah, dude,
And
that'd
then,
be
like,
terrifying.
And then their dog got loose. It was like 11:45 or something like that. So it was like really close to
Yeah,
New Year's.
yeah,
And like,
yeah.
oh
The
shit, we
witching,
gotta find the dog, but it's nearly New Year's.
Mhm.
That was fun.
Gotta watch the ball drop.
Yeah.
What do you do? Wait, do you remember like memorable countdowns? Like just that moment in
Yeah, I
time?
remember like when I was young with my family, we'd go to like my grandma's house.
Yeah.
Like, all the family was there. We watched like the countdown, the Sydney Opera House, like
Oh yeah, on the
and the
See?
and the bridge, the big one.
Yeah.
That big light thing, yeah.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
fireworks at
Yeah,
the bridge,
yeah.
yeah.
Was there a New Year where it was just you, Josh, Jackie? Sorry, it was Josh, Jackie, and I, and we just sat on the balcony?
Yes,
That
that
was
was
nice.
really good.
That was nice. We
We
just-
came back from.
Oh, you might
yeah,
make
Jackie and I came back from someone else's because we wanted to spend it with you.
Yeah, and it was
They
just
had
us.
asked us,
Yeah, it was just
yeah.
us three on the balcony at midnight.
Yeah,
I remember I watched 10 o'clock fireworks by myself, and then you guys came out. It was nice.
Yeah.
So like the quieter New Year. Well, for me,
Yeah, it's better
good.
when it's quieter.
people like clubs and dancing and drinking and going big. That's,
Don't go to the city
Don't,
ever.
don't.
I've
Never go to the city.
Have you
It's
been-
so dangerous and it's not worth it at all.
Have you? Well, it's too late for them. The people have been trampled already.
No,
I've
the
been
next
in
year.
there like with my parents when the fireworks were going off. We went to see the fireworks.
Whoa, how was that?
There were like people climbing on bus stops and like throwing shit around. It's just like people just go nuts because they're like, oh, it's it's like the
Yeah.
purge. Like
People
people
like
just
trampling children and stuff. It's so
Jesus.
intentionally as well. They
So-
set up a specific lane.
zone.
The trampled children's
Yeah,
there.
yeah, exactly.
So-
you lure the children with I don't know presents, whatever, and then you run.
I'm sure there'd be people like willing to give up the children.
That's a talk for another day.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
That's your own plan, Josh.
Yeah, I think so. New year, new child.
Yeah, new Amber Alert. Yeah, cool.
So
You get an extra bedroom.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Put all your New Year's gifts.
Or you make another child to be trampled.
So in a year from now, you can.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, like they smash it in a glass. Or
So
something.
yeah, it's a vicious cycle.
It's an Ouroboros of children death.
Yeah.
I feel like every title of our episode should be
Ouroboros.
Ouroboros. I say it all the time. Ouroboros.
An oral Boris.
Wow.
You
So
are a Boris.
I'm not a.
He really got himself.
It really hurts.
Gotcha.
Got him.
So I'm not one for clubs and partying and dancing.
Yeah,
know.
we know.
Yeah. Did you know that?
No, I thought
But
you
what is
sway.
and I feel what is the draw of the city on New Year's Eve? Like if we whenever you think of New Year's Eve in the
People.
city, everyone goes, "Oh God, there's so many people there."
Well, people like being around
That's
people.
also yeah.
'cause
That's
there's an
also the
energy.
draw of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
atmosphere, yeah.
sometimes you get a exclusive thing. Like
Yeah.
Mm.
I knew some guy who worked at had to get on top of a church.
Mm.
Like he had a key or something
Okay.
for like the top of that church near Flinders.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'd open the door at the car park. The car park key. So they opened the door of the car park and then like had to jump across a small gap on the roof.
Whoa,
And then they partied on the church rooftop.
that sounds great.
Yeah.
Have you ever jumped a roof gap?
Yes.
Yeah, so have I think.
Yes.
Have you? Hugh?
I don't know. Not one that I distinctly remember.
Not like stories up, like a suburban house. I've probably.
Yeah,
jumped
yeah,
a
yeah,
roof.
definitely.
But never like a
I
more than 2 stories.
feel
or
like I
whatever.
probably have.
Remember jumping off your
I've done from trees to
your
roofs.
older house's roof?
Was it onto the trampoline? We did crazy stuff like that. We used to.
Yeah, you kids are wacky.
We used to just play games where we just ran around screaming in the dark.
Yes.
Remember those?
Murder in the dark.
Yeah, we turn off the
Yeah.
lights and just run around
And
screaming.
kill someone.
Yeah.
We played What's in the Dark, Clark.
Oh god.
What's
Oh
that?
god, that sounds like a.
No, it
Sounds like a
starts
pedophile game.
starts off sounding like one because Joey and I would go into his parents' room and his dad would come in
No,
and turn
he's-
off the light and then just like you just have to hide somewhere like under a chair or under the bed and he'd find you and just like pick you up and just throw you. He'd just throw you onto the bed or something and just like throw you around yeah, it was just
I
interesting.
thought it was like you go into an RSL, you cut the lights and see how many old dudes you can suck off.
What kind of weird pervert are you?
Oh, they're the ones
You were
who-
weirdly elaborate.
How many
Sexual
do you get to?
imagination.
How many do you think you can make climax
Before
for?
they wake up.
Wait, what?
It's an RSL, they're all asleep. Right?
Oh.
Now he's raping people.
Yeah, Jesus, dude.
Did you ever see? Did anyone ever flash you a pair of boobies on New Year's?
No, I've never been flashed before. There was that time I was coming home from school. Have I told that on the podcast on the bus?
It sounds riveting, go on.
We were driving.
Bus stories are great.
We were driving home from school on the bus. We got caught in a traffic jam and it was like moving real slow. Like there was barely any movement. We turn to our left and we look in the house's driveway that we're just next to, and there is a woman pissing herself laughing at her friend who is very naked but wrapped entirely in glad wrap. And she's entirely glad, like there's more across her boobs and vag area, so you can't really see anything, but it's obvious she's naked. And her friend is just standing there laughing, and because she's hopped to the end of the driveway, realized she can't really move or go backwards or turn around, so the friend is laughing at her. She's like hopping on the spot, and there's a bus full of school children just pissing themselves laughing.
Yeah, it was
One of the weirdest things I've ever seen in my
That was a
life.
fun game. You used to get a roll of tape and just tape someone. Like obviously you wore pants, so it didn't get your leg hair or anything. And they just taped you around like your legs up, and then obviously not over your head. Tape your arms to your side. Then you had to get out. You had to escape.
That is fun. I
Yeah,
do
we
like.
did that to our mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked when I went to the beach as a kid and they dig a big hole and then they.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
I don't know if I
impossible.
ever did the full body like
I did.
vertical like under. We did definitely the horizontal bury.
I
Yeah,
think I've been up to like waist.
I did vert.
Waist.
God, I just kneel.
Vert? You vert?
Huge vert. What's your vert
I
to?
went
40
sand
inches?
vert. No, I wish. I
Any
it's
more
so
bus stories?
weird. Bus stories.
I've had times where like we went to the bus stop and the bus driver was just like, "Oh, I'll just take you straight there." I'm like, what? Don't you have like a route to go? And he's like, nah, there's probably no one. And he just drove us straight to the place we needed to go.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah.
I used to have to catch two schools. I used to have to catch two buses.
Mm-hmm.
Catch a bus to another bus stop, get off there, get on the school bus and catch it there. So I caught the bus a lot as a kid.
Did you get to know your driver?
No, it was always a different driver. There was one that we called Cunty Santa Claus.
Did he look like Santa
He
Claus?
was looking like Santa Claus and he was a cunt. Go figure.
Do
He
you think
sucked a
Santa
bit.
Claus is a cunt?
As if you couldn't shorten that name.
Cunty
You
Claus?
called him Cunty Santa Claus every time? I doubt it.
No, we didn't. We didn't call him every time. There was a lot of words, but that was the choice.
Santa cunt.
Yeah, we.
Oh shit! I remember we had this like Russian bus driver who did the same route like every day, and then one day he just went down
Off a
a
bridge.
different street. that's a real story. No, he went down like a different lane, and then we're like, everyone was a bit curious, and there was some like talking going on, and then we're like, hey, what's going on? He just stopped. He's like, oh, sorry guys, I fucked up.
Oh Jesus!
He said fucked up.
Not his best
Like,
day.
Yeah, we all laughed.
I remember
It was okay.
having to pretend to be about to vomit to make a bus stop where we wanted it to stop so we could get off and go to the right place.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
Very
remember
classy.
because some days the bus was just packed. Like
Yeah.
people were pressed against the door as packed, and I could only catch the one bus to get me to school on time. It was either get me to school on time or get me there an hour and a half early, and it was so. Go to the bus stop. I'm standing at the bus stop. Oh, there's my bus coming. Bus is coming. I'm at the stop. It just drives by.
What?
Like the bus driver will see it, and it's just like he doesn't want to pick up any more passengers because it's packed.
Yeah.
I've seen more packed buses, but he would just drive by, and then I'd have to like just get to school like
It's like
40
Billy
minutes late.
Madison.
But it's yeah.
Bus skipped me.
Now,
Jeez.
what
like
was the
Spider-Man.
topic?
Oh, the topic? Can I
Yeah.
just ask one more
Oh,
question
yeah,
about
that's
buses?
Yeah, go on.
Do you remember bus politics, like the politics of
No.
like school buses? Did you ever
Yes.
face that stuff?
Well,
Yeah, hell yeah.
Where did you? Where was your position on a bus?
Oh,
So
that
when I was
really
in
good.
year 7 and I caught the bus home, actually the scariest thing was the high school bus went past the primary school. So if you
Okay.
missed the, fuck, what was it? There was a bus. If the bus was late, left the high school late, then you caught it. You caught it from the primary school because we finished like 28 minutes later or something.
Okay.
So if their bus was late or everyone got on the second bus because the first one was too full, you'd as a primary school kid get on a bus full of high school kids.
Oh.
That was fucking terrifying. I remember standing at the front, like, as a kid, like, I think it was in grade 5 or something, just next to the driver, just, like, looking at the driver, I hope they don't notice me, man.
Yeah, dude.
They're all just, like, calling out stuff.
Terrifying.
Yeah. And my hair was shoulder length at that point, so it was a lot of, girl comments and that sort of thing.
Right.
Get a haircut.
Did I ever tell you about that zinger that I got my first week of school when I caught the bus?
The KFC Zinger Burger, sponsored by.
Yeah, I brought on a zinger burger and I dripped some sauce onto it. It was the whole thing.
Yeah, and he got
No,
called
it's
a-
Good sauce.
They called him a...
They probably did.
A flavour waster.
No, some guy freaking got me. And because in year 7 I was socially awkward, I didn't want to go to school.
Yeah.
I was like, I hated every second of year 7.
Mm-hmm.
Well, most seconds of year 7. But I was just frightened because I didn't really know anyone and all that stuff. But I just got a mobile phone because I didn't have one before.
What a spoiled fucking brat.
It was a Nokia brick. I remember that.
Oh, that's the best phone.
It was a great phone. It was
You don't know
still,
bad phones.
Still black and white.
Yeah.
You know that.
Got
Got on the bus. And I was probably playing a lot of Snake at that
Yeah.
point. Got on the bus that first week. Some guy from my school, I didn't know, turns to me and goes, "Oh, cool phone. Can you call Jesus on that thing?"
What?
He said Jesus or Mo. I think he said Jesus. I came home to my parents and I crying because I wanted a new phone because I was there. I was like, "Someone," and my parents just started laughing at me when I told them. They started kissing themselves laughing. And I'm like,
So you
"Shut
had
up."
a Nokia brick.
Yeah.
I had a small yellow Simpsons flip phone. When you turned it on, it went woohoo!
That's so good. No,
Like my parents gave it to me. I think that was the one. Like usually I'm pretty good if I get a shitty gift. I'm like, oh thanks, like that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
That was the one time where I looked at it. I was just like, what? What? Like what? The most interaction I had with The Simpsons was like, I would maybe watch an episode every 2 weeks. Like if I had caught it after dinner. Like that's all. Like I didn't quote it. I didn't love The Simpsons. Like they just bought that for me. I was like fuck.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I remember because I became friends with a few people who were a year level older than me. So then when they got to, so our school was split into 2 campuses. 7 to 9 was one campus, and then years 10 to 12 was another campus. So when they reached year 9 in the first campus, I was friends with them, so I got to sit at the back of the bus with them.
Yeah, back at the bus.
Oh, we didn't really have bus politics.
Oh no! Did you have a school bus?
Just whoever jumped on first could choose first.
Yeah,
No,
no.
back at the
There
bus
was, there was a line that you sort of had.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
Ours was just pile on, but
Yeah.
year 7s or whatever sat at the front.
Generally,
Year
year 7s didn't get a seat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and people would
Or
try
they were-
and like because they knew that like the bus would be waiting there, so they'd try and get out a little earlier, like get
Yeah,
their shit
yeah,
quickly,
yeah,
so they could get to the
exactly.
bus quickly. And
I used to have an alarm on my digital watch.
Well, that was the thing for me too, because I lived close enough that if I walked before the bus left, I would make it to my bus stop at around the same time the bus would.
Yeah. Okay.
So I would, if depending how long it's been, I would take the bus or not.
Yeah.
But then the
Is
new
the-
buses started, the smart buses,
Yeah.
and I could walk to the smart bus stop and just take that one instead of the school bus, and that was so much better.
This is the kind of problem solving you don't have to deal with now. Like
No.
No,
the social hierarchy.
Yeah,
going on.
it's
It's just getting on a bus. It's
Yeah.
like, it's like a whole thing.
It's crazy how such it's high school is such a microcosm of like
Yeah, yeah.
so many things mattered.
I love not being in high school.
Now we just let us.
Well, actually, no. High school is a ton of fun.
Oh,
School was a ton
great
of fun,
time.
but it's just there's little things that just popularity was so much.
But it could have been so
Such
much
a
worse
bother
for
me.
us if we had bought into all that shit.
could've
Imagine
been.
if we were
Yeah.
like trying to be popular in high school.
We would have been depressed.
Well,
and
there's
just
people who are
sad.
still doing it after high school. They take all those politics in the
Yeah.
rest of their life and it just ruins
Well,
it for
especially
everyone
people,
else.
and I don't want to generalize, but you see more people who are popular in high school trying to hold on to that and not the realities of life. Like it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
If you
Because it doesn't.
But it depends.
really work
but
like
there,
that.
there are some like jobs and careers that is very important.
Yeah, it requires.
Like fashion, entertainment. The more people know you, the more people like you, the better you do, the more you succeed, the more money you make. So it's a good skill to learn. But like, I never.
But like that high school, like those interactions between those like popular girls, air quotes. That's not how real life works, more or less.
Yeah.
Like you can attempt that, but it's high school is a completely fucking different world, which is why it's like an amazing place to be. But it's that classic thing, like you don't realize where you are while you're there.
Yeah.
So, like everything that you do and everything like you're attempting to do, you don't really understand until you're our age and like, oh, what the fuck was I doing?
Yeah. Did you have like a way you approached day-to-day life at high school?
No.
You sit of your pants?
No, I just tried to just like not get involved in other people's shit. Just like go to my classes and just.
But you were more of a personality. You were more out there. I think you had your own.
Then
Well, than me, per se. I was Like I was well liked, but I wasn't a
Yeah.
rule breaker. Like I knew you would probably, I don't want to speak for you, but you would probably cut classes or like go every so often like go out of the school. I would
Yeah.
always be one to like stick to my. If a teacher told me what to do something, I would do it. I would never really cut.
Yeah, because you're a nerd.
Yeah,
I got,
yeah.
like-
I hated being in trouble.
I got like two detentions across the whole
Yeah, I
of
think
high
it was
school,
the
like
same.
1 or 2.
Do you have
And,
a forger
My goal
signature?
in grade 2,
Yeah.
my goal was to leave all of my schooling without ever getting detention, and I did that.
Yeah.
Good job.
That was.
Well,
That
we need to
doesn't
give him
mean
a
you didn't.
detention
That doesn't
here.
mean you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
That's
You're
very
just gonna
true.
get caught.
Yeah, well,
I
exactly.
remember once I got caught, and my response was good enough that the vice principal. He's just like, "Wow, all right."
Nice.
He's like, I was sliding down the rails,
Mm.
and he's brought me into his office. He's like,
Oof.
"What were you doing?" And I think I said like, "Irresponsible fun." He's like, "Wow, yeah."
You got on the nose.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're aware of it.
Yeah, he's like, "Wow, you understand."
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Mister, I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
I didn't do anything.
I'm
That's
like,
what
I'm
you
not gonna
usually
do that.
call
I
it.
know I'm
the
in
back
trouble.
talk, man.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing, was especially in my home group from, man, I guess year 10 people sort of started to get a bit of a head on their shoulders. But from year 7 to 9, like, I could have done so much more and gotten slipped under the radar because
Yeah.
people in my class were fucking insane.
Oh, you had a brutal year level. Sorry.
Oh, like,
home
no,
group.
it wasn't it wasn't crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure there were other home groups which were just as, like, weird. But,
Maybe
like,
I'm thinking about the bad ones.
oh, but, like, people throwing shit into fans and, like,
Oh,
just
yeah.
pulling pranks on teachers that were, like, I would just never even think of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was from the outset. My high school experience was different because I got into the accelerated learning class at
Yeah.
my school. So I was already marginalized into the nerd group.
Was there any other differences? I think I've brought this up before, but for our different, I don't know what you call them,
Oh, that,
different learning style groups,
Yeah.
they had different teaching times, so they would have slightly different lunchtime.
Oh, yeah. You
Yeah,
said
I
that.
remember.
That's
so
weird.
they did that for
yeah.
our, like year 7s to 9s as well.
Okay.
They had. It wasn't. It always overlapped.
Yeah.
So you'd always see everyone,
Mm-hmm.
but they'd come out like 20 minutes early and leave 20 minutes before and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
So how did that affect the way you interacted with a lot of people differently?
Mm.
Because yours was a
Well,
7
I
to
don't.
12.
I don't think it like
High school?
exactly marginalized anyone. Like they formed their social groups.
Oh, for you,
around-
like getting to know people.
No, I was friends with a lot of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so was your high school 7 to 12? Year 7 to 12?
It was all of them on the same campus.
Yeah, from 7 to 12 or prep to 12 or.
Oh, sorry, 7 to 12.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay, yeah. See, I didn't have that experience because because the oldest people we were looking at at high school were 3 years older than us at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we never had.
they were only like 16.
Yeah, we never came to
Oh,
year
yeah.
7.
So like I remember the first time I drank alcohol was when I went to like one of the parties with the older
Like,
groups.
yeah, so we
Yeah.
our older ones still weren't.
Yeah.
I mean, they were having the parties, but like it wasn't like they could buy us alcohol.
It wasn't really a
Yeah.
party. We just went to the park at night.
Oh yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all done that.
We were down Botanical Gardens, baby.
Yeah. When was the first time you drank alcohol? Did we talk about this?
Yeah, I think we have.
Yeah.
We were like 14.
No,
Or
just like
13.
specifics, like circumstances of the
Yeah,
park drink.
Aberfeldy Park
Whoa,
near the river.
a classic.
Zero
Near the river.
memories.
Nice.
It was a bottle of Coke with something in it. Oh, we also got a keg of Heineken.
Nice.
Humble beginnings.
Crack it early, man.
Yeah, carried in my bag.
I wouldn't have had beer until I was probably like, I want to say like 18 or 19 or something.
Like this is
like
by
a-
ourselves because I
No,
drank with like
I
family
just
and
hated
stuff.
beer.
Yeah.
I only drank I drank like, when I was younger. I drank like vodka cruisers and like
Nice.
weird Vietnamese homemade vodka and
Yeah.
with, like whiskey and
Interesting.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Passion Pop. Had a
Oh.
night on Passion
Never
Pop
had
which
that.
was toxic.
Yeah. What was your worst night of drinking? Like, do you remember a night where like it was just drinking, the next morning was awful, and like
Oh, my 21st.
you're 20? Oh, yeah. You went.
I had to go to a wedding the next day.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, my dad was marrying my boss at the time.
You mean he was performing the ceremony?
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. He was.
He wasn't
marrying
leaving
them.
your mum to marry you.
Yeah, no, he was
Your mum is
officiating.
your
He was the
dad's boss.
celebrant.
Yeah.
And yeah, like the chef, because I worked at a restaurant there, and so all the staff were there from the restaurant, and the chef was like intent on buying me drinks. I was waiting for the canapes to come out because I needed to eat. And so I was having a soda water, just like waiting, and he was like, he put a bourbon and Coke in my hand. He was like, "You're drinking it." I was like, I'm not. I don't know what to tell you. I can't. I'm not doing it. It's not happening. He's like, if you don't fucking drink it,
That's not cool.
I'm not talking to you the rest of the shifts. I'm like, you're going to, because you can't resist making fun of me. I'm not drinking it.
Yeah.
It was the worst. Just suffering through like a
How many times you got blackout drunk?
I've never blacked out
like
from drinking.
5.
Yeah,
5?
I
Like 2.
I like have a pretty heavy tolerance for that sort of
Okay.
thing. I remember that time at Joey's, I drank 3/4 of a bottle of vodka straight, and that was the only thing I drank, and I still
But
remember
mixing
that.
drinks does it.
Oh, I mix drinks all the time. I was mixing drinks constantly. I just have a weird tolerance for that. But the worst I've ever felt from drinking, Liv and I were at my parents' places when we first started dating, and I was still living with my parents. And I think we had been at a party, or we just started drinking, and then we started playing like Truth or Dare, and then we were running out of alcohol, and I found a bottle of Jaeger. And so we drank a whole bottle of Jaeger between us, and it was fucking
I
brutal.
hate Jaeger.
I don't know if I have the recording anymore, but I had a voice recording because Liv got so blackout drunk, and she thought she was on a set of like a show.
Oh.
She was working on for uni at the time. And then I was laughing at how hilarious it was, and she would go to like in a dragon set. She would go, ha 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 ha, like
Sarcastic
like, yeah, it's like laughing at me like, oh, you think it's so funny? And I was like, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at the situation. Oh, you think it's so funny? You're making fun of me. Ha 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 ha. And it was so hilarious. She was so angry at me because it was just, and she was like, you're ruining my set. Get off my set. What are you talking about? But that next day, and I had to go to work the next day. It was brutal.
I remember having to get up for I don't know if it was international, but it was like, I think it was from one part of Spain to the other, like a bus trip that was like 7 hours or something. And it was my birthday the day before, so these people from the hostel had bought me a bunch of wine, but it was like cheap, like €2 wine or something.
Yeah.
I think I had like 2 bottles of white wine. And wine hangovers are
that's the worst.
I don't
Wine's
drink
the drink I throw up to the most.
Yeah,
oh,
wine
actually,
hangovers are gross.
the one time I did throw up from drinking was at the second drinking Olympics, where I did drink half a red wine bottle.
Wine is gross.
Because I don't drink wine, but we'd run out of drinks, and I was so drunk because we were 7 events deep, and I'd run out of alcohol, and Hugh had 2 wine bottles in his jacket that he had. And he's like, oh, have this. So the first thing I did was pick it up and down it from the neck.
Yeah, and we're like, everyone's like, don't.
Yeah, it
You're
wasn't
like, drink.
The morning of that bus ride was the only time I've gone into a communal fridge and looked at someone else's food and thought, I know that's someone else's, but I need to take it. So there was 2 tubs of plain yogurt, and I snapped one off, and I took their yogurt, and I went and got on the bus.
Oh boy!
So I had yogurt and popcorn for breakfast.
That's rough.
That's all the food groups.
That's rough. How was that journey?
I tried. I just tried to cope. I tried to fall asleep and couldn't, and it was a nice view outside, like it was good scenery, so that sort of distracted me, but it was fucking pain.
Sure. But most journeys are good, and some destinations are too, and that brings us to our topic.
Cool.
I'm only 34 minutes into
Only 34 minutes in.
Just listen to it in reverse.
What is better is the topic, the destination or the journey?
All right, we need arguments, pros and cons.
Well, it doesn't have to be an argument.
I don't think either is better or.
It's so contextual.
It is very contextual. I have a preference.
Yeah.
Is all. But I'll let you guys open the floor.
Oh.
Well, so both are needed.
Yes.
You can't have one without the other, can you?
Well, there will always be a destination because you always even if you end up somewhere, yeah, exactly.
So
if you're not planning to end up
destination
somewhere.
is just like the snapshot of wherever you are now or at the end. Or...
What if the journey is the destination?
The journey is.
Yeah.
The journey is just lots of destinations, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
But the thing about
it's the destination, not
the
destination.
final destination,
Yeah,
a solution.
Oh my god, we're gonna die.
1v1 final destination, no items.
Oh, the hand.
But the thing with the journey is like that transience, like movement through multiple spaces rather than like a destination you can be moving around.
It's more dimensional.
Yeah, exactly. Like a destination you can move around, let's say within a town. It's like technically that's a journey within that destination. Like you got there the other day and that was where you wanted to get, and now you're taking a little journey. But there's something about moving between like multiple, like, so that's the thing, is like how far are we moving, how fast are we moving, like where are we going from and to. There's so many fun qualifying.
Because you can talk about things that happen through time temporally, like you do this and then this happens, the cause and effect. You can't do that. You can't talk about that with a destination because it's just one solid thing in time that you're looking at. It's completely an object.
Yeah, I
That's
guess.
not necessarily though.
Yeah, because I would say like if I'm out and about and I'm going home, the destination is home, but home is always expanding, changing, meaning different things for me, comfort levels, everything like that. So I think the destination can evolve if it's like a regular haunt.
Yeah, that's true. The destination can evolve, but it doesn't develop. It doesn't evolve any more than it already is. Like you can expand upon it, but you don't really change it. You
Yeah.
just like look deeper into it.
Well,
I think a destination can
Constantly
change while you're there, though. Like, especially when traveling, you have an idea in
But
your
that's,
head of.
if it's changing, that's a journey.
I mean, yeah, technically.
yeah. If something's changing, it's not a physical journey. It's you're changing yourself. Like
Yeah,
you're,
like
you're,
also-
just, you're just adapting.
A
to
change
it.
in perspective.
Yeah. So it's
But that's a mental journey
yeah.
or an emotional journey or something.
Well, yeah, but then in that sense, any change or movement is a journey.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
But-
it happens through time, it's a journey. If it's
Well,
a
yeah. If we're not like
standstill
that, then
thing-
what's the point of conversation in this discussion? But I'm
Let's
just saying,
let's limit it to saying you're physically. Let's say you're on a holiday
Yeah.
and you arrive at the airport and you've got a town that you want to go to. Maybe there's 2 or 3 towns between there, but you know you've got to get there somehow. In that case, it's going to take you 3 days to get there. And once you get there, you know where you're staying. You know the hotel you're going to. What would you prefer in that situation? You don't know the country, so you're traveling. You're traveling through. You're trying to find a bus.
I'll be
maybe,
honest
or-
right now. I'm having a panic attack just thinking about this. This is freaking me out already.
Oh, that's all I had to say. Like, which one would you prefer? The destination, that hostel or hotel where you know you're going to, or do you prefer sort of finding out what's in between and figuring your way out?
No, I've been on a few holidays, and the best part of even though I have such amazing times on a holiday, the best part is going home for me.
Oh, but exclusive of home, forgetting home.
Okay.
A different place in a different country.
Sure. Yeah.
That is the destination that
Yeah.
you're going to. In that sense, do you prefer getting to that place, or do you prefer the journey that gets you there to that
No,
place?
I prefer getting to that place.
Okay.
Because I like inhabiting a space.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm journeying, I'm in the middle of it. And sure, there's interesting stories. For me personally, I like being comfortable. And I don't associate journeying with comfort. I associate a resting place, cease in movement to be relaxation. I mean, that's what I prioritize in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But I know, but I would assume,
hedonistically, like
yeah, I would assume you boys, you like exploring the world more. You're more outgoing. You like getting into trouble and getting lost and finding a way
that's
around.
life. Like
Yeah.
you-
I hate life, as we all know.
yeah, like you want to develop, you want new things.
I'm fine with whatever.
Yeah, you just don't want to stagnate. That's all.
I'm fine with stagnating.
And you
That's
want
what we've talked
like
about before.
surprises and things are interesting.
Yeah.
But it also
That's the
depends
thing,
on the
that's the-
context. Like if I'm going to work or something, I feel like the journey is always going to be more interesting.
Yeah,
I've always been more surprised by the journey than the destination.
Yeah,
I think so. That's a good. Yeah,
the destination rarely.
Even when the destination has surprised me, things along the way have always have always not like shocked me, but have always stood out a bit more than. Yeah.
But I would say, even the way I talk about it now, I would say if I had the ability to just teleport from place to place, I think that would get tiresome.
teleport to the fridge and back.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like if I was able to cut out the journey,
Well, yeah, because
I don't think that's a life well lived.
because then it wouldn't be the destination wouldn't be as relaxing.
You would
by
never
comparison.
discover anything. You would only go to things you know.
Well, if the power of teleportation was there, that's a whole different story. But
Yeah,
But where
that's
do
the
you
thing is that the
teleport to?
destination's not just static because destinations. It's like with like when I thought I was
Destination unknown.
gonna. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, Alexandra Stan, early 2000s jam.
That was a fucking great song.
Yeah,
It
that's
still is.
video.
I forgot what I was saying.
Destination
Yeah, so was I.
unknown.
You
Destination's
said
not
destination
static.
unknown or something.
It's not static.
It's
Because so like you have an idea,
That's
you have an
dynamic
idea
destination.
in mind maybe of what these places look like. Like when I was traveling to London, I thought I had this image in my head of what London looked like.
yeah.
Then when I got there, obviously once you see that it's not what you thought it was going to be, and there's like different little like quirks about it and different things you can discover, then the destination does like change and shift and does become really interesting.
Okay, so if it defies your expectations, the
Yeah.
destination can.
Yeah.
Yeah, with I guess the journey is sort of the same because you're. But I think once you start imagining and picturing it, it becomes a destination. If you're like objectifying it, it's a destination. So if you're thinking about things along the journey, they're just little destinations.
Mm-hmm.
The journey is the stuff that happens that you're not prepared for.
While you're busy making other plans.
Sure.
Yeah, life happens.
Would you say that intercourse is the journey and an orgasm is the destination?
The journey is the experience you share together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Intercourse, yeah.
If
Yeah.
you make an orgasm the destination,
What are you doing with sex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I-
the
You're,
only good
you're
part.
defeating the purpose.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good time if you come. It's great.
Yeah.
It's
But you'll
if
get
you-
there eventually.
It's like
or
only,
not.
It's like only having endings to movies and like none of the rest of the movie.
Oh,
Not
no,
talking
no.
is like
Well, I don't just walk into a bedroom, come and leave.
exactly come and leave.
Speak for yourself.
I arrive, and I leave.
I came, I saw, I came, I conquered, I left.
Yeah. It's a very broad question, and it was purposely so just to see where our minds went.
Yeah.
Yours obviously went like spiritually and expanding on the question. I was mainly thinking about going from place to place, and Hugh went international with it, and that's pretty much.
I'm
what I
Mr.
envisioned.
Worldwide, so
You're a pitbull of yourself.
you can't stop me.
So was this the destination you envisioned, but you enjoyed the journey?
Yeah, yeah. I was just like, I'm a curmudgeon. A journey just invokes not
You
comfort.
gotta have the right journey.
Yeah,
I
and
think
like
so. And I always feel like
it's
a
never
journey
going to
is
be comfortable.
no, exactly. A journey is always out of my hands, whereas a destination I can mold into my own.
Yeah, and you have to leave your comfort
Yeah.
zone if you're journeying,
But that's me
because the
saying.
destinations are usually you want a comfortable destination,
Yeah, exactly.
but you don't have as much control over. the
Yeah, unless
journey.
you're like a reporter going to Iraq or like a soldier going to, you know,
Yeah, then destination takes on a completely different meaning.
exactly.
No, I think
Because the
then
journey
whole
is
thing is the journey,
the journey. Okay, I see that.
and the destination is the thing that they're trying to achieve.
The
by
strive
that.
towards is coming home safely, peace.
Yeah, and like
Yeah, so
spreading
we're
the
talking
message
about
of-
ideology versus geography.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, physical movement versus, yeah, as you were saying, spiritual
yeah.
or mental.
Have you in our, let's be honest, short lives, we're only in our 20s, have you gone on emotional journeys that have changed you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Those have been like big ones that have. What kind of age were you
um,
when they took hold?
I don't know. It's like, well, it's not, you don't realize it at the time, but then
Mm.
looking back on it,
looking back now.
learn from that. Yeah, well, like with my first relationship, I learned a lot from that
Mhm,
because looking back at just how young I like really was, like I'm still young now and I still have a lot to learn, obviously.
Yeah.
But then looking even further back, like what, 7 years ago, so much I could have done better, like been more communicative, been clearer, like just been more honest and that sort of thing. But it was, again, that high school stuff where it's like, you don't want to be awkward and like talk about real feelings. So it's
Yeah.
like you sort of, it was
Yeah.
very weird. Whereas now it's like, there is a point to not talking about your real feelings because you want to put on like some sort of act because
like
whatever.
the high schools.
Yeah, sort of,
Exactly.
yeah. Like you want to, because being vulnerable is not, typical, like not a cliche, sexy or like cool guy thing to do,
I think
you know?
it
Like
is
being,
now. I think 2018 was made. Oh, sorry, 2019.
No, 2018. Well, yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah. The
Yeah.
journey of 2018 led us to 2019 where we
Yeah.
are right now.
Mm.
No,
And
I
that journey
think
was-
vulnerability is a lot sexier than it used to be.
It definitely is. Like, if it wasn't, I wouldn't be in a relationship.
Yeah. Thanks, original feminism.
Yeah, well, thanks, women,
Yeah.
for that fact.
Well, just
If it-
all feminism, whether
Yeah.
it's a woman, man.
If it was just us guys, it'd
whatever
be...
else, dogs and cats. All cats.
I mean, it's 2019, we're not that evolved.
We'll get there one
the
day.
look we exchanged.
One of intense bewilderment.
I think we might have
And all
lost
things
him.
except physical, I identify as Josh.
All right, that was an interesting couple of discussions, but it is a new year. Guys, thanks for...
Wait, sorry, what do you think dogs feel about their destination and the journey?
It's always like, when am I going to eat?
And I'm just here, like I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah,
happy.
but they're always in the moment. as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, I would
I
reckon.
envy
yeah.
them. Well, they don't have to pay taxes. They don't have to think ahead.
That's true.
They just have to think about, like, loving someone unconditionally.
And
Aw.
pats.
Yeah,
Pats
and
are
pats,
great.
and getting their tummy rubbed.
And getting
Yeah.
that goddamn ball.
God, again,
Where is that tail?
what is that to you? It's just their life is just what is.
This is why you need it.
And the answer is always fun. Dogs are great. But thanks for sticking with me for this.
And
podcast.
me.
Well, no, so thanking you guys.
Oh.
It's a new year.
Oh, thank you.
We've had a great time. We're 40 odd episodes in, coming up to 50,
What is
coming
an
up
even
to
number, you idiot?
coming up to a year.
Coming up with some specials.
I think we're coming up to a year of our podcast. I mean, we started weekly.
You guys clapped at the same time. Wow.
We started weekly. I don't know in the year, but our first episode was soon. I think maybe next week.
It was soon, but
I haven't
before.
looked it up. But
Yeah, soon before, yeah.
it's been a fun journey so far.
Yeah, probably. Well,
I have
you tell us,
not
audience.
many complaints.
Sure, but as I said, I don't really subscribe to.
Thanks for all the fan mail.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
Also,
great. I
yeah.
loved when you guys emailed with ideas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks for all the topics you guys suggested.
Yeah, at don'texpectanythingpodcast@gmail.com.
We'll have a post off of that. But
I like to remind
I
you.
know, yeah, I don't subscribe to New Year's resolutions, but I would like to open the floor. What are some of your resolutions for this podcast?
To
Go on.
fix the floor. There's a giant hole in it. Now,
It is pretty big.
you asshole.
Sorry about that. Sorry, I just sat
Alright,
down.
so New Year's resolution.
For this podcast, is there something you want to
Oh, for the potty.
For the potty. Or for your life, I guess.
I don't make resolutions anymore.
Any more? What happened? What was your last resolution?
No, I just never made them.
Do you reckon if you made one, you could stick to it?
Well, that's the
Is
attitude,
there-
right?
is-
Get
yeah,
New Year's resolution.
exactly.
Get
Is
a
there a
better
resolution
attitude.
you could make that you could stick to? That's not just
Make
like
it easy. Start
fun
small.
around or something like that. What's the biggest thing you could resolve that you could do it if you wanted to? But
I reckon I could not have a drink for a year.
that's 365 days.
Yes.
I think I could not drink. I couldn't not something else. I don't think. Not at this point.
Fuck.
I could not fuck for a year. I did that for the first 18 years of my life.
Yeah, but you didn't know what it was yet.
I knew what it was.
Yeah, I
Trust
haven't
me.
done it, bud.
Trust me. I
Although,
did.
wait, you were Catholic when you were younger, so I guess.
Yeah, the
You
priest
could have
did my
experienced,
wedding.
yeah.
What?
And
But
a
do you have
priest
any?
too.
Do you have any wants, desires for this party?
I would just... I'd love a fan email.
Yeah, just the one.
Just-
Obviously, I can't do anything about that. I guess be funnier, be more entertaining,
Yeah.
or be
Sprinkle
more
it.
alluring. Maybe promise some sort of reward for emailing in.
Mhm,
I'll
mhm.
send you a nude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I want to revisit some classic guests we've had. Wilson Teat springs to mind.
Oh, yep.
And he should be back in Melbourne soon for his.
Oh, is there another one?
Of
So
course,
let's
it's
check.
another
Another
thing.
turkey
Forgot it was
Trump
an,
already
forgot it was an annual thing.
Do you see Trump pardon the 2 turkeys? I forgot the names of, but they were
Peas and
carrots or something. Yeah, something like that. That's stupid.
Stupid country.
But the discussion has been great. I can't believe we've had a year of just discussions and we haven't really repeated much.
And none of us have killed ourselves.
I've come close. I got to be honest.
Well, you died and turned back alive.
I did lose my leg in one of them.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was your
some-
new one.
It's fine. I've been flying with it. It's pretty
Oh,
cool.
that's dope.
But like, yeah, you guys did come close to breaking me.
Mm.
It was.
Maybe that's the resolution.
Yeah, we
break
break
it properly
it.
next year.
I don't think I could survive it. I honestly don't think I could
But
survive.
exactly, we're breaking.
Yeah, that's the point.
That's the point.
Well,
Why would you give us that to
yeah,
work with?
I think we already did it.
the year of 2019, not looking solid for Jeremy. Not looking great. But at least,
I'll get
calm down.
elected for American.
The podcast won't come out.
President.
Yes, it will. I'll edit it.
There's no way I'm off this podcast and an episode comes out that I don't think this podcast is sustained without me.
I'd do it.
You would not do it.
What I would do is I would edit it and I'd put it out, but there'd be no Instagram, there'd be no picture, there'd be no all that.
Yeah.
I do it like that.
Should-
Garfield without Garfield.
I want you, New Year's.
To join the U.S. Army?
I want you to join the U.S. Army and fight
To
in
join
Iraq.
the Navy.
No, I want you
come on.
to edit the Photoshop picture for this episode.
Okay, I'll do it in MS Paint.
Yeah, well, whenever you do it, I want you to do that
for
one.
this episode. What are we
That'll
talking
be
about
the
again? The
episode
journey.
after.
I'll draw a map.
Yeah,
You've already
well,
done a map.
I have drawn a map.
Fuck.
It was,
And he photoshopped a shadow over it as well. He really went.
I was actually proud of that.
Yeah, I was proud of you for that
Thank you
too.
very much. That was the episode where we were,
break
Josh and I were hunting down
We're
you.
gonna build
Yeah.
them up to break them
The
down.
enigma that was Hugh Davis.
Yeah. Yeah,
What
still
else
is.
did we talk about in this episode? Let's recap.
Do you want to, Josh? Should we put you in charge of an episode? A whole week cycle of an episode, from
A
getting us
cycle?
together to record, to editing it, to photoshopping it, to putting it online, to doing the Instagram posts.
Sounds like a lot of work.
It is a lot of
It
work.
is
I
a
do
lot
it
of
every
work.
single week. I've done it every single week for 52 weeks.
That's not true. He did some of it.
He did do some of it.
Very little.
He edited it. He helped edit it. It was a huge help. I'm very thankful.
Thanks, Hugh.
But
I'm thankful. Today I'm thankful to you, Jeremy, for organising everything and then putting it out.
that's fine. I don't need that.
I'm
But
thankful
I am,
for Josh.
Okay, well,
Josh
fuck me
is-
then, I guess.
Josh
I am
is
thankful for the fun, the comedy, and that we can sustain
Oh,
the podcast.
no,
and
no,
I also
no,
love
no,
the
no,
fact
no,
that these
no,
last
no,
10
no.
minutes.
No, not
It's
the
been
fun.
jerking
Not the
ourselves
fun.
up.
Not the fun.
You didn't like the fun?
Fuck the
Remember?
fun.
Oh, that's right. Year 2019, Josh hates fun.
No, fuck fun.
Well, Hugh, you're allowed to have fun again. What are you going to do with your freedom?
Oh man.
Just don't do it in front of me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to be here.
Don't rub it in.
If I'm looking for fun, I'm not in our house.
Yeah, yeah. The no fun zone.
I'm out on the
Middle of
town.
street.
Yeah. Well,
Talking to people.
as usual, it's a we're limping towards
Yeah,
the end.
we're really. It's a Boston Marathon.
Nothing's. Oh, dude. Let's pull a topic for next week.
Oh, can I do it?
yeah,
It's been
yeah,
ages.
Yeah, go nuts, go nuts.
Plus, I hope-
Oh, don't go too nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, my
go
hands are
the
too
right
sweaty to get
amount
the
of
lid
nuts.
off.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I
it is a
didn't.
warm January day. It's still the same.
Nice. Okay, I've got one.
He's got one. Really build it up there.
Oh, so I should.
Nah, just do it.
What?
Mm.
So, any predictions?
Well, I think it's going to be some question of some sort. They'll challenge our worldview in some way.
You could not be more wrong.
Okay, all right. Well, a question. It should be a question.
It's not going to challenge you, but it is a question.
It starts with okay. That's 50%.
What environment / climate
Oh.
would you prefer to live in?
Ooh,
This is a goodie.
This is a very goodie. Tune in next week to
we
discussion.
literally talk about the weather.
I mean, it's not a real draw per se, but I guess like the weather's been a part of the news for hundreds of years.
They're getting futuristic with the weather.
They are getting futuristic with
Yeah,
it. I don't know what that
just
means.
now. No, just now.
No,
just-
save it for next week. Save it for
But
next
they're
week.
doing
I'm gonna forget it.
No, you're not gonna forget it. You're gonna
No,
look at this
write
and
it-
remember
write
everything.
it.
You would, write down your arm. We'll record it next week.
I don't know why I pretended to write it down. This is
And maybe you'll
brilliant.
pretend to remember it.
It added realism for us. I'll
Yeah.
get you a string to tie around your finger for
Yeah,
a
alright,
week.
I've got this thing.
But 2019, it's here. We're not queer, but hey, maybe that'll change this year.
Whoa.
Oh,
So tone deaf. So deaf when it comes to tones. What are we
How
gonna
dare
do
you
with
give
you?
me a song? I will sing it, and I will plug our thing while singing it.
I will survive.
All right, give me a beat.
Know the beat. You're doing the song. I know Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
All right. Where do I start from?
From the beginning.
I don't know how it starts.
I start from I'm just a poor boy.
I'm just a podcast looking for a fan. I'm just a podcast looking for a fan. Spare me a 5-star rating on iTunes. DA podcast at DA podcast. I will not send you any positive feedback. I will not send you any positive feedback. I will not. Yes, you will. No, I will. 5-star no. 5-star no. 5-star no. 5-star no. SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, everything. Oh my god. How's that?
that was actually really good.
Nailed it.
Thanks,
Two
guys.
words nailed it.
Thanks, guys.